Have you ever wondered how much power the sun showers on us every single day? Just imagine this celestial fireball 93 million miles away bathes our planet in an unimaginable amount of energy daily. To put it into perspective, the sun bombards Earth with over 170 billion megawatts of power every moment. That's over 10,000 times the world's total energy use. Yet most of this tremendous energy potential simply bounces off the Earth and back into space, essentially wasted. It's a vast, untapped reservoir of clean, renewable power just waiting to be harnessed. This is where the concept of solar power steps in. By converting sunlight directly into electricity, we can begin to tap into this enormous energy source in a sustainable and environmentally friendly way. The challenge, however, lies not just in capturing the sun's energy, but in doing so efficiently and on a large scale. Harnessing this power effectively is where solar cells come into play. Solar cells, also known as photovoltaic cells, are the heart of solar power. They are the remarkable devices that convert the sun's light, a bounty of energy that showers our planet every day, into usable electricity. But how do they do this? Think of solar cells as tiny power plants. They're made of semiconductor materials, most commonly silicon, that absorb sunlight. The energy from this light excites the electrons within the silicon, causing them to move and create an electric current. This process is known as the photovoltaic effect, and it's the magic behind solar power. Solar cells are usually grouped together in solar panels to collect more sunlight and generate more electricity. They've become a popular way to produce clean, renewable energy, powering everything from homes and businesses to satellites and spacecraft. But what if we could make these solar cells even more practical and versatile? Scene script. Enter the game changer, flexible solar cells. As the name suggests, these are not your average solar cells. Imagine solar panels, but with a twist. Literally. Flexible solar cells, also known as thin-film solar cells, are made from layers of material that are just a fraction of the thickness of a human hair. This allows them to be flexible and light, a stark contrast to the bulky and rigid traditional solar panels we're used to seeing on rooftops. So, how is this flexibility achieved? The secret lies in the materials used. Traditional solar panels are made from rigid silicon, whereas flexible solar cells are typically made from materials like amorphous silicon, copper indium gallium selenide, or organic photovoltaic cells. These materials are not just flexible but also lightweight, which makes these cells easier to transport and install. This flexibility is not merely a cool feature, it's a game changer. It means these solar cells can be rolled up, folded, or even woven into fabrics. Imagine a tent that generates its own power, or a jacket that charges your phone. That's the potential of flexible solar cells, but it's not just about portability and convenience. Their lightweight nature also means less structural support is needed, which can reduce installation costs. Plus, their thinness allows for greater versatility in design and placement. They can be seamlessly integrated into everyday objects and surfaces, from windows to car roofs, without disrupting aesthetics or functionality. However, it's important to note that while flexible solar cells are an exciting innovation, they're not without their challenges. They currently have a lower efficiency rate than traditional solar panels, which means they generate less electricity from the same amount of sunlight. But with ongoing research and development, these efficiency rates are expected to improve. To sum up, the advent of flexible solar cells is a major step forward in solar technology. Their flexibility, lightness, and versatility have the potential to revolutionize the way we harness solar energy. These unique attributes open up a whole new world of possibilities. You might be wondering, how do these flexible solar cells work? Well, let's dive into the fascinating world of flexible solar technology. At their core, flexible solar cells work on the same principle as their rigid counterparts. They convert sunlight into electricity through a process known as the photovoltaic effect. When light hits the solar cell, it excites the electrons in the cell's material, causing them to move and create an electric current. But what makes these cells flexible? The answer lies in the materials used and the structure of the cells themselves. Instead of using thick, rigid silicon wafers, flexible solar cells employ thin film technology. This thin film is made from various semiconducting materials, such as cadmium telluride or copper indium gallium selenide, which are only a few micrometers thick. That's thinner than a strand of human hair. These materials are deposited onto a flexible substrate, typically made of plastic, metal, or even paper. The use of these lightweight, bendable materials allows the cells to be flexible and conform to various shapes and surfaces. The process of creating these thin film cells involves several steps. First, the substrate is prepared, often by cleaning and smoothing its surface. Then, the semiconducting material is deposited onto the substrate. This can be done through various methods, such as evaporation or sputtering, where the material is essentially sprayed onto the substrate. After this, additional layers are added, including a transparent conducting layer and an anti-reflective coating to maximize the cell's efficiency. Another key aspect of these cells' flexibility is their thinness. Because the active layers of the cell are so thin, they can bend without breaking, unlike traditional silicon cells. This thinness also reduces the amount of material needed, making the cells lighter and less expensive to produce. But it's not just about flexibility. These cells also have the potential to be more efficient than traditional solar cells. They can absorb a wider range of light wavelengths, and their thinness allows for better absorption of light, which can lead to higher efficiencies. So, what makes these flexible solar cells so special? Well, it's their unique combination of flexibility, lightweight design, and potential for high efficiency that sets them apart in the world of solar energy. Flexible solar cells have several significant advantages over their rigid counterparts. Let's take a moment to consider a few of these benefits. To start, flexible solar cells are, as their name suggests, flexible. This means they can bend, twist, and conform to a variety of surfaces, from the curved roof of a car to the uneven surface of a backpack. This adaptability opens up a world of possibilities for solar energy applications. Next up, they're incredibly lightweight. When compared to the traditional rigid solar panels, flexible solar cells are featherweights. This lighter weight makes them far easier to transport and install, reducing both the cost and the environmental impact of their deployment. Whether you're a hiker wanting to charge your devices on the go, or a homeowner looking to reduce your energy bills, the ease of installation is a significant advantage. But the benefits don't stop at flexibility and lightness. These solar cells also prove to be highly efficient, with some models achieving efficiency rates that rival or even surpass those of their rigid counterparts. This means that despite their smaller size, they can still pack a serious punch when it comes to generating power. Furthermore, they're resilient. The flexible nature of these solar cells makes them less prone to damage from impacts or harsh weather conditions. This resilience translates into a longer lifespan and ultimately a better return on investment. Lastly, flexible solar cells are paving the way for a new era of solar energy. Imagine solar-powered tents that can charge your devices while you camp, or solar-powered clothing that can power your wearable tech. The potential is truly awe-inspiring. So to sum up, flexible solar cells are adaptable, lightweight, easy to install, highly efficient, resilient, and full of potential. They're not just a novelty, they're a game changer, opening up new avenues for solar energy applications and making solar power more accessible than ever before. These advantages could revolutionize the way we harness solar energy. The future of solar energy looks brighter than ever, thanks to flexible solar cells. There's an energy revolution on the horizon, and flexible solar cells are leading the charge. With their unique properties, these cells are poised to shake up the renewable energy sector and redefine how we harness the sun's power. The potential of these cells is vast. They're not just a replacement for the rigid glass-paneled solar cells we're familiar with. They open up a whole new world of applications, transforming the way we think about and interact with solar energy. Consider the possibilities. Imagine solar cells that could be woven into fabric, integrated into the design of buildings, or even incorporated into the surfaces of electric vehicles. We could create solar-powered tents for camping or disaster relief, solar-powered clothing to charge our devices on the go, or solar-powered cars that generate their own fuel as they drive. The beauty of flexible solar cells is that they're not limited by shape or size. They can be bent, folded, or rolled up, making them easy to install and transport. This means we could see them used in places where traditional solar panels simply can't go, from remote, off-grid locations to densely packed urban environments. The impact of this technology on our daily lives could be profound. It has the potential to democratize access to solar power, making it available to everyone, everywhere. It could also help us reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, paving the way for a cleaner, greener future. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of flexible solar cells is their potential to spur innovation. As more and more industries start to leverage this technology, we can expect to see a wave of new products and solutions designed around solar power. This could lead to a whole new era of energy innovation, with solar at its heart. Imagine a world where every surface could be a source of clean, renewable energy. That's the potential of flexible solar cells.